Welcome Industry House Live VBO London, 2025. I want to say Happy New Year. VBO London is in the building. Mr. Victor, how you doing? Nice to have you, man. Happy New Year. Just with Kemi. Just with Kemi is in the building, guys. Yeah?
Yes.
Kemi,
Happy New Year. I'm fine. Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. My main guy.
Happy New Year,
Happy
everyone.
New Year. Mr. Dami too is in the building. Dami's in the building. Happy New Year, Dami.
Happy New Year.
How you guys doing?
Fine.
Fantastic. Just embracing this
2025.
fantastic 2025 chill.
So what we're looking forward to this year?
Revelation.
Okay.
As they say, the year is 9. When you add everything together, it's 9. And it goes to show that a lot of things will be revealed to us. And that is, how can I say it? Getting the motivation and getting uplifting and just being in the moment and understanding your purpose. That's what's up.
VBO London is getting bigger, better every year. Wow. How do you manage? Every time I come to VBO,
Something's changed.
Time's popping, isn't it?
seriously.
It's always been,
Huh?
it's always been the model from when VBO opened. The model has always been constant change. And I think we're glad to say that has changed the industry in the last 5-6 years. And I'm happy to say that we can be proud, as Nigerian or South African, that we're not beginning to have lots of other venue pop up with standard, with good quality. And we would support. I have supported quite a lot of venues propping up. So because, like I said, the pond is big or the ocean is big for people to fish. And we always want, people to be proud of coming to London, people from Nigeria, because there's
from everywhere.
there are beautiful places back in Africa. They're doing great stuff. And we need to sort of sometimes up the game here. And I think when we popped out 5 going to 6 years ago, the standard were very low. So creating something that, that our people can be proud of now, that a lot of venues are also coming up and a lot of them used VBO as a benchmark. We are now producing things that our people can be proud of. When they come to London, they say, oh, the London venues are good. So, but our model has always been changed constantly. You come in here with either one or two things, and it's easy.
Always up in the game all the time.
I can testify to that because I remember when you first opened.
Yeah.
And what you've done now is growth. When you have growth and when you want to add value to the industry you're in, you have to grow. So well done, honestly.
I think it's actually quite interesting, because typically what you would see is that people go back to Nigeria, see what the culture and the standard is, and then being like a business owner owning such a beautiful place like this in London, you come back and be like, it's London, let's just do London standard. But he made mention of something which I find very interesting, saying that, the standard back home is actually what we see, and then, trying to come and adopt. So it's not even about saying, it's not talking about grade now. It's like making people feel home at home. You
Well
resonate
said.
with the standard that you've seen back in Lagos, and you come here, or you've seen somewhere in South Africa and Kenya, and then you come to London and you get that same type of vibe.
Right.
That's fantastic.
And the vibes always come from back home, innit?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's where the inspiration comes from, isn't it?
yeah, it's a
And
good
for me,
vision.
I'll give you up to
Yeah.
Victor.
Yeah.
He's always been keeping up.
I see why this place is so interesting. It means that the inspiration is about the culture. It's not because it's London. It's easy to say, I'm just gonna cater for all of the audience and just be like, but it's another thing to now want to sell that culture, that Afrobeat vibe, that to the world. That's
Like I said, when you started, and for what VBO is today, remember that when you started, there were some people who were not old enough to come here. But now they're old enough and they can see that you're still consistent, the same vibe, the same packing out of the venue. Name a day,
247.
It's always there. Is it from Thursday all the way to Sunday? You're always back to back. So keep up that energy. Trust me.
2025, man. What
That's
are you looking
it.
forward to?
Great stuff, yeah. Well, we're pushing, trying to come up with more creative ideas and to keep the momentum going. So it's not that easy, but you'll have to. That's the entertainment industry is sort of still evolving things.
Yeah.
You had to keep coming up with ideas and creativity. Really, it's easy to want to copy, but you can't keep the consistency. Because then you're going to auto. I think one of the lessons we have is that have a team where we're naturally creative. You understand, from the design. I don't get an architect. Everything you're saying in here is all the aesthetics you're saying in here was what we created in house. There's no external architect coming to design.
Yeah.
So we'll just sit down and come up with something. You understand? And that is when you have a creative mind around you, and you're also very creative. So what you do is you always come up with something that you will not see somewhere else. Then, by the time you realize that thing is now
Being copied all over.
duplicated somewhere else.
Yeah.
But we're proud of it.
Yeah.
When we get that,
I was just going to say, it's good to be somebody to copy you because it means you're doing a fantastic job.
exactly.
Big compliment.
So we're proud of it because it shows it's good stuff that people want, and not also like what I said earlier. It's about our people, wherever they are, come in and see that this thing is now something that is routine, most venues or what. So I mean, it's got consistency around everywhere else.
Wow.
Yeah.
Saying that, when you talk about creativity, when you talk about content creation, with my man, Mr. Dan,
I'm in the house.
he's got a big event. You got an event coming
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
It's
we've got-
on the 20 January.
Yeah, 23rd and 24th.
Yeah.
At Memorial Hall in Federal Palace, Lagos.
Fantastic.
Nigeria. Yeah, I mean, this is called African Creator Summit. We started this journey since last year. We did the 1.0 last year, which was a massive success. Anyone watching was to see the live footage on African Creator Summit on Instagram. Fantastic. You can link that to multiple platforms as well. This year, it's going to be bigger. I mean,
Most definitely.
myself, the team, we've been working endlessly to ensure, we keep the momentum because what we did for the 1.0, we can't. The standard was too high. We can't set the bar low.
No.
And we have to keep going. Yeah, so it's going to be something that's bringing together aspiring content creators, and those that are already in the game, that need collaboration, just bringing content creators together all across Africa together in one spot. I mean, you can imagine what good that can do to somebody who is in such industry. And then we have the second day where we sit down together with the main pioneers, like the main guys at the forefront, where we're 200 of us sit down and then just let's dictate the market. Let's talk heart to heart. Let's have a feast and have a conversation about, what's happening. What can we change? Where is this going? What can we do better? Yeah, and then that's pretty much what it is. And, content creation industry has been, it's been very empowering.
Especially from Africa.
It's been making a
Especially
lot of
from
money for
Africa.
people, I think. So it's important to keep it going. Just keep it alive, so...
You're talking about Nigeria, Africa. Obviously, there's a lot of content creators in Africa, Nigeria especially. What are those in diaspora?
Yeah, so-
is there any content creator in diaspora?
Yes, they are.
Quite a few, actually. Quite a few. Like Dami said,
enjoyed it. I didn't proud of it.
he said the magic word, home away from home. So wherever you are, you should have that feel all the time.
I think when you talk about content creation, because of the space where it happens, it's important to understand that it's a global stage. So we're not restricted per se by the border. But however, we have said Africa. So when you say an African content creator, you do not necessarily need to be black. If you get what I mean, you could actually be someone from a different color, you know. But if
Different
you
background,
do
it
something
doesn't
that
matter.
promotes the culture, then why not? Of course, you're part of the African space community. For example, what's the name of this DJ that's been on tour in Nigeria? That DJ guy that blew up on YouTube playing Afrobeats.
What is he, the white guy?
Yeah, he's some white
Yeah,
guy like
white
that. You
guy,
get?
yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I mean, I don't know his background. Maybe he's got a little bit of mixed, but my point is,
dive into that Afro
yeah,
thing.
you know,
It's that-
if you do anything to promote the culture, you know,
They embrace you.
You meant in Westwood.
no, Tim Westwood.
James?
Yeah,
DJ
Tim Westwood's
James?
old school.
yeah, I think it's James.
James
Yeah.
is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fantastic.
James,
DJ
James,
is fantastic,
James.
and he really is for the
Yeah,
culture. Even having conversations with him, like you said, it's not about the color of your skin; it's about how passionate you are about the culture.
And you know how I actually was. I dug my heart for the guy and the team. This guy was doing show in Akure. Like, I saw him online doing shows in Akure.
Akure downtown.
Yeah. Man, like typically everybody would just go to Lagos, go to Abuja, and then just pull out. But man was doing show in Akure, and like everybody shutting everywhere down, like
Right in the country, you know.
yeah,
Love that.
So, you
I
know,
love that.
That's what it is.
This is a time to be
Obviously, that's the
proudly
culture,
African.
innit? When we talk about the culture, obviously that's Afrobeat culture now. It's gone
Viral.
way, you know what I mean, which is
Yeah.
good. Is what
I mean, even us as a team from at Apollo Endeavors, you know, there's something coming up. I can't spill it here, but there's something that's going to include almost everyone coming up soon. And I'm sure I'm going to come back to the
Induztry
podcast
House.
to have Industry House to have this
This is
conversation.
family, man.
Yeah, but it's big,
This is
you know.
family.
It's something
This
that
is
just
family,
recognizes that when you say African content creators, it's not just people in
It's
Nigeria,
everybody.
Ghana,
It's everywhere in diaspora. So everyone is welcome there.
Very
You know?
inclusive.
Just go, what?
Very
if
inclusive.
Someone in the, people in the diaspora, if they want to be part of it, how can they get involved?
I mean, okay, so we've had this rolling up online for quite a time now because
Okay.
it's free. It's a free event, by the way. So it's one of our ways, our own the social responsibility, you know, to encourage people to come on board and get things done as well. And then, so we make it open free registration,
Yes.
Okay.
and then we tag the capacity.
So what? They can go online.
They go online.
What's the contact? What's the website?
Just like I said,
Your African content
African content creators.
creators.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, once you type that, we come up. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
So please tell me, who's the brain behind all this?
Quite a few as a team.
This is fantastic. Bringing all this together, there must be some fantastic brain from Dami.
Yeah, there
to
is.
Mr.
Yeah, there is.
OJ.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to
OJ.
give shout out to, you know, people like OJ, give shout out to people like Unique, you know, give shout out to people like Ben Okoma. We call him the engine room.
Big shout out, man.
You know,
I like that, engine room.
It's like, yeah, it's a team effort though.
Yeah.
Everyone, give shout out to people like Juliet, who is like a major plan person for us as well. So it's a big thing.
Yeah. You know, one thing I love about this is like just bringing the African together in one platform.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Encouraging
bringing
others
ideas,
as well.
encouragement,
Yeah, I mean-
and taking it, you know,
I mean,
which is good.
because the challenges are there though.
Yeah, I know.
In everything, there's always going to be a challenge.
And then when I say challenges, you have to understand that the borders, this is one big challenge, you know. It would have been, of course, because it's happening in Lagos. Most people, it's going to be more Nigerian, you know. Well,
Yeah, obviously.
subsequent edition is not going to be in Lagos.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
thinking of moving across, you know.
Okay, like taking
And
on
capturing
the
the different
different cities in
Yeah,
Africa.
which is good. Which is good. I like that.
Content creation is like he's making paving wave
Yeah.
for a lot of
Yeah.
Africans, even Africans in the country, in the rural area, in the village.
Everywhere.
They come up with different content, and they just you
And
see what I mean?
even using VBO, let's even go back. You see, the content creation is attracting a lot more Africans to come here.
Yep.
Do you understand? So content creation is almost like a journal, but it's a book.
Yep.
That kind of sells a picture. So content creation is very vital in everything you do. And for me, I'm just so happy that, you know, it's positive.
We have people in diaspora who live in diaspora but do like African content, you know.
So they-
all the way in Russia, Germany, coming on.
So let's take UK for instance. The content creators we have, do they create content here, or they go back home, or they try to create something from local here, or they go back home?
I think
Bit of both.
Yeah, I said something earlier about
I'm cracking my head. Like,
yeah, I said something earlier about the space being a global space. Mm-hmm. So if you are on a global space, and then the way it is for online market is you then have to define your market. Your niche then determines the people you appeal to. So when I say someone does African content, I'm talking about somebody who appeals to that large mass of Africans anywhere in the world.
Yes.
You get, because my timeline or my Facebook feed, timeline, it's not going to be the same thing as somebody who comes from like a typical pure white person. Mm-hmm. And the reason being, the kind of things I would constantly consume, the algorithm then shows me that, compared to somebody who consumes maybe rock, heavy metal kind of stuff. So in essence, it's about people who live in the UK, the people who live in the UK who does African content and appeals straight to the African market.
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
The people who do that, especially on Facebook. Facebook is a typical example, and when you say that market, even the African market is big.
It's
Massive.
huge.
There's the
It's huge.
top posh market, there's the local market, there's the,
A bit of everything, really.
old auntie market, there's, it's a balance everywhere, so it's about what do you do that interests people back home and people around your likes, what do you do that impress people, and people are going to consume it and watch it,
It's a lot of hard work, but it's worth it. It's all worth it.
Second year
People are making a lot of money.
Second year running, we're looking at more to come in the near future.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I can say it's possible that 3.0 is going to be happening
It's never going to come
in South Africa. Not London yet. I can only talk about 3.0 because I don't know if 4.0 is going to happen, where it's going to happen, but 3.0 is going to happen in South Africa.
Okay.
I mean, we're open to
Because the
taking it
culture's
anywhere.
gone global now. It's gone global.
Yeah, we don't.
They're not playing.
As a team, we don't believe in the borders, and that's why I said one of the challenges is the borders. Because even if us as our vision doesn't see the borders, but then the people we're inviting, like for example, if the borders were open and anybody from different places in Africa could travel down, it's much more easier to have them, to help more people out of interest, rather than just because it's happening here, then more people are going to come from there. I get that, but if it was happening somewhere in Europe, everyone can be. That's what I'm saying.
So borders, I get that's one of the challenges. I guess that's what you're kind of saying.
Try and do one in the UK.
Yeah.
Very soon, in the near future. Though.
Yeah, sure. I mean, sure.
Like, when you talk about content creation, everything comes from Africa, from Nigeria. And I'm cracking my head like, is there any content creator in the UK?
I think, Dami, I think what
Dami,
it is.
you would know.
No. Apart from that, I think with the algorithms as well, it favors Africa more than it favors us here.
Yeah, but we got our story here that we can make
but
as
it
a story.
favors Africa because it's what's trending.
Yeah, but I would say, I think the typical consumer in the UK would rely more on YouTube. Mm-hmm. That's where the major masses are.
Okay.
Whereas back home in Africa, YouTube is not as big as what Facebook is. Okay. So I think it depends on what you create. And trust me, there are lots of people who cuts across this platform.
Yes.
Go to TikTok, they're there. Go to YouTube, they're there. Go to Facebook. And that's what you want to do anyway. If the platform is there and the audience is there, why not reach everyone? Mm-hmm. And these days where you have, all you need to do is create the same content, push it across board. Because if you don't do it, if you just have YouTube and you just keep your content on YouTube,
It's not gonna go
someone is going to pick it. It's going to go viral.
Yeah.
Or someone is going to make money from your content
That is
on
it.
Facebook.
That is it.
Or pick it and serve it to the people on Instagram.
True.
Or pick it and serve it to the people on TikTok. And they'll make lots of money from it.
And to add to that, even with the music, this is what I was saying, that is what's trending. Even with the music, you find that even YouTube, even Facebook, even all the social media platforms, now they're adding the name of the person. Even if you don't put the name, somebody's going to have to earn the revenue from it.
Yeah.
So, like you said, everybody's got to make money.
Some people create open content. Mm-hmm. Some people don't mind because their strategy is, I go viral based on the type of content, I go share it, I go viral. I can still make my money and then you guys can make money as well. You know, it's more like a symbiotic kind of relationship.
And there's a lot of money to make.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot. If you got the time,
I want to make money, man. Let's make some money.
Have you got the time, yeah?
100%. I'm ready.
I can just say to you, yeah, that I'm a back-end guy. I do on a social media page, which I'm thinking I might have to come out.
You have to.
Yeah.
I do not own a personal page that I push all of that, but even as a back-end guy, I can tell you there's money in content creation.
There is.
You see everything that happens.
Yeah, you see what happens and you know where the data, you know where to invest, you know who to collaborate with, you know how to navigate it and make it happen, you know. Maybe one of the reasons why people like me have not, because I'll share, people like me have not actually put our face out there is because the moment you pick a market, then you become the competition in it. And then maybe collaboration becomes limited. But if from a back-end guy, and I see or identify a concept or an idea what I want to work on, I could literally call any content creator, do a collaboration with them. They go on the run with it. We both make money, everyone smiles.
Right now you're neutral anyway.
Yeah, I'm very much
neutral.
I'm coming.
No,
I'm coming.
page.
I'm coming.
It's
I'm
coming.
We look forward to seeing that.
Absolutely.
100%. We look forward to seeing that, man.
Yeah.
You know, so content creators starting like what? Is it like in the last 10 years, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's been
Content creators starting.
It's been going, but I think
So it
lockdown
wasn't as
made it.
popular as today.
Lockdown made it happen.
It wasn't as popular
That's
as
in London.
No, lockdown.
Lockdown. Okay,
Lockdown
yeah,
opened
yeah,
so
lockdown,
many
yeah.
things. The challenges, the pushing songs. A lot of artists were making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Venues were making a lot of money when the things started to open up.
I think this might give us a perspective of how much money is in content creation here. Mm-hmm. Recently, one of the first guys that started content creation, Mark Angel, which I happen to work with, posted something recently that he lost 3.7 million dollars in investment to something. And now I want you to think about it. Mark Angel does not do anything aside from content creation. If you've heard this story before. So if somebody who does content creation can lose that type of money,
What does that say?
That's big.
It says a lot.
Wow.
so that's what we're talking about. Oh, you see the Nigerian boys, Lucky House, Benz,
That's
everyone's
what's up.
lucky, buddy. You see someone, I mean, it's just like everything is hard work. You can't
gotta put in a time.
You can't take away the process. You can't take away the risk. And just like everything, risk and reward, they're like twins,
in hand,
isn't it?
yeah.
They go hand
I
in hand.
think it's everything you need is consistency.
Yeah.
You have to keep the pace because, you might start something as soon as you take your foot off the gas. People, take
Yeah.
overtake you. So I think it's a consistency, and one good thing that we can see across a lot of the content creators is that they are consistent. They sort of pushing.
Yeah.
You would see that when something is rewarded,
Not
We'll latch onto it.
people tend to jump on it.
jump for it, and
I mean, a lot of people started because of the reward they saw, but the hard way you had to then learn the process. You had to then accept the process that, man, I have to keep going.
What's your favorite content creator, right?
Oh, that's probably, I can't try that.
I know, I'm putting you on the spot, ain't it? I know.
That's very hard.
Say no more. Okay, they say no more.
My favorite is Big Fem. Femi TV.
Yeah, when he starts doing the content creation.
I get that 2025. I don't start now. I don't start.
He needs to be doing more.
I don't start my own content creation now. Yeah, big shout out 2025, man.
Yes.
We've been silenced for too long. Misunderstood. Capped.
Like farmers afraid to reap a great harvest.
Or a woman with child, terrified of her newborn's first cry.
Our God-given talents lay dormant, stifled by fear, lacking opportunity.
We have embraced mediocrity for so long.
We are now caged in it.
But we hold the keys to the cage.
That's right. We say no more.
Africa, the cradle of creativity, is rising.
From the bustling streets of Lagos to the vibrant markets of Nairobi.
A new generation is emerging, unapologetic and unafraid.
We are musicians, painters, designers, filmmakers, writers.
Breaking barriers, reshaping narratives, and crafting the future.
Our stories, once silenced, are now woven into the global fabric of culture.
Our creativity knows no bound.
Driven by expression, innovation, and legacy.
Creation aches to witness the rise of these outlaws. The bold ones, hungry
for deeper knowledge. This
is our time.
This is our moment to show the world the power of the African spirit.
Will you be among the breakers of the norm?
Will you be one of us?